And now for volume method 4C. We start the way we usually do with a line across the top and labeling it 4C, method 3. Now we'll split the paper into 4 boxes, make the top 2 boxes relatively small and the bottom 2 boxes sort of large. Method 3 is a method called volume displacement. The next question we ask is, what is it used for? And by now, hopefully we've seen lots of examples, and all of these examples are what we call an irregularly shaped object. And usually those objects are solids, such as a rock, or we've talked about a fork. And I'm not going to draw a duck, but you could draw a duck here. That's an irregularly shaped object. So now we want to think about the tools we need. And really for this, the major tool is what we call a graduated cylinder, which we learned about in method 2. How do we use it? Well, it's pretty simple. We basically pour water into the graduated cylinder. I'll abbreviate graduated cylinder with a GC here. And then we read it. What I'll do is give you a minute to pause the video when you get a clear shot, and then copy this part down. And when you're done, you can unpause it, and we'll talk briefly about each part. So pause the video, write this down, and then restart. So after you pour the water and read the level, you place the object in the water, then you read the new level, then you take the new value and you subtract the old value, and that's the volume. Let's draw how it works in the next panel. We'll start by dividing up this quadrant into 4 quadrants itself so we can have room for all the different events. Then we'll draw a graduated cylinder, and we'll make it really simple. We'll make halfway up be about 10 milliliters. Then we could color in the liquid that we have there. And then we're going to imagine our object, such as a rock, next to it. So the next step will be to imagine taking that object after we've read the level of the original water. So we're going to redraw our graduated cylinder with a 10 milliliter line on there. And then we're going to imagine dropping that rock in there in step 2. So we're drawing in step 2 the rock going into the graduated cylinder. In step 3, we'll redraw our graduated cylinder, and now imagine that the rock has been dropped into the graduated cylinder. You can't see, but I'm drawing it at the bottom there. There it is. And now it's pushed its volume of water out of the way, and so it's pushed the water level up to halfway between 10 and 20 milliliters, like that. So you could draw that in there as such. See that the rock pushed the water up to 15 milliliters. The original water level was at 10. We subtract 10 from 15 to get the volume of water displaced. Then we convert 5 milliliters of water into 5 cubic centimeters. When we report the volume of the rock, we're going to say it's 5 cubic centimeters, which we can write in 2 different ways. Take a minute now and just review the notes and make sure you have everything you need before you stop the video. Thanks for all your hard work.